What is love? How would you define love? The reason why it's important to talk about love is because the book of Proverbs in Proverbs 3:3-4 says, "Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man." What that says is that in order to be successful, in order to become respectable, in order to have a good name, love is an essential part of our character. It needs to be embedded into who we are. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Galatians 5:14. So God himself says that in order to obey him and honor him, love has to be central to who we are and how we behave and how we treat others. So in your groups today, you will reflect, share, and create something that illustrates love. This will be featured in our February weekly videos. You're going to answer the question, what is love? How would you define it? How did Jesus define it? And you will illustrate, dramatize, storytell, or create a song or a rap or anything to feature your group's definition of love. My definition, or a couple of my definitions of love, are love is giving and love is pure. 1 Corinthians 16:14 says, "Let everything you do be done in love." 1 Corinthians was a letter by Paul to the church of Corinth, a church plant of new believers from a pagan background. He was calling them out on some of the things they were still practicing that did not reflect what it meant to be a believer of Jesus. He defined love for them. He explained how our bodies are God's temple and that we can't just do anything with them. And he spoke on some doctrinal truths like the resurrection. He also explained spiritual gifts to them, such as prophecy. In chapter 16, Paul reminded the Corinthians of another aspect of being a follower of Jesus, giving. Boldly, he instructed them to set aside every week and prepare their offerings, which would be taken to the needy people in Judea. Later in the chapter, he says it again, "Let all that you do be done in love." Remember that he had just attributed an entire chapter, 1 Corinthians 13, to define love, and to say that even if you did the most sacrificial act, if you didn't do it in love, it becomes worthless. In chapter 14, as he says, pursue love, he also encouraged the believers to seek to have spiritual gifts. So after he talks about purity, doctrine, spiritual gifts, and giving to the needy in Jerusalem, he reminds the Corinthians to do everything in love. Their generosity should be inspired by love. Let all that you do be done in love is a reminder that we should work to have pure motives when doing good, such as giving. Giving is both an act of love and must be done in love. Love is giving and love is pure. So we should remember to give love with the right motive, that is, have the right heart when being generous with your money, your time, and your talents. Secondly, give love faithfully, that is, love consistently and in proportion to what we receive or have. And thirdly, give love generously. Give even more, not just leftovers, but sacrificially, as Jesus did. So, love gives and love is pure are some of my definitions of love. What's yours?
Love, my favorite subject. And in fact, probably your favorite subject too, without you knowing it. And I say that because the majority of the music you listen to, the TV shows you watch, the books you read, often revolved around the concept of love, around the idea of love, whether it's people falling in love, maybe it's someone writing a song about falling out of love. I don't know, maybe it's a rap song about a girl that you love or things in life that you love. Hopefully those are awesome things and pure things and good things, but you might not even realize how much love influences the things that you consume. So here's the challenge that every small group is going to be participating in is we want you to show us what love means to you in a creative way. So that can be through creating a rap. I know last year, actually, the boys in my group, we were given a challenge as well. I remember at some point in last year, and we created a rap. All we did was Josh searched up some sick instrumental beats. There's plenty on YouTube, or if you want to use a song that you already know. And then we just, on Zoom actually, were just saying sentences. I would assign someone, hey, you come up with this thing that rhymes with that. And by the end of that whole youth session, we came up with a sick rap. So that's one idea. You could also come up with sort of like an acting thing that you can do. But because we're online, I figured the best way to do it is to create some sort of interview where you come up with the questions, maybe even come up with some sort of script, and you guys act it out or read it out on Zoom, and all your leader has to do is press screen record, and there you have your portrayal of what love is. Or another thing you can do is use art in some way, shape, or form. I know when I was a teacher and I was teaching art, we used something called Google Slides, and we created abstract art, and we would share the document with each other and add little pieces, whether we would draw with our cursor or draw with the pen or draw with the mouse, whatever it was, we were able to create art together. And that's the important thing. No one likes a group project where one person does all the work, and because we're a family, because we're a team, we want this challenge to be done as a group in unity. So there's some ideas. You do not have to pick any of the three that I just listed, which was a rap or a song. You can also create a song if some of you like to sing. You could do a rap, you could do a skit or an interview, or you can create some sort of art. Whatever it is, we want to see what love means to you. And if you're stuck, just play your recent Spotify playlist or turn on a TV show, and you'll see right then and there how love is actually is inspiration for a lot of creative outlets. We wish you well. We're so excited. I hope that it goes well, first of all, but we're really excited to see what your portrayals of love is. All right? Peace. I'm just editing here. Just like those YouTubers, when they make a mistake or whatever. And then anyways, you might have caught that mistake. It's not portrayals of love is, it's plural. So portrayals of love are. Excited to see what they are. Also, side note, I'm going to have to get confirmation from the boss, but there's a prize involved for the most creative, and if she says no, don't worry, I got you guys. All right, peace.